Padre Pio is known for many prophecies that he has spoken about in his life. However, nothing could prepare us for the prophecy of the 3 days of darkness, one of the most terrifying prophecies that he told during his life. It's terrifying.
In March 2024, a prophecy attributed to Padre Pio stirs the world into a blend of curiosity and apprehension. What could be so terrible? Who was Padre Pio? Born on May 25, 1887 in Pietrelcina, Italy, Francesco Forgione, who would later be known as Padre Pio, emerged from humble beginnings. The son of farmers, he was enveloped in a devout Catholic environment from a young age. At 15, he joined the Capuchin Friars, a decision that marked the beginning of his journey towards becoming one of the most venerated figures in the Catholic Church. Ordained a priest in 1910, Padre Pio spent much of his life at the monastery of San Giovanni Rotondo, where he dedicated himself to a life of piety, prayer, and service. Padre Pio's life took a mystical turn in 1918 when he reported receiving the stigmata, wounds mirroring those of Christ's crucifixion. This phenomenon, which persisted until his death in 1968, made him a figure of both fascination and controversy. Unlike any ordinary wounds, these bled yet were free from infection, exuding a floral scent. The stigmata attracted pilgrims worldwide and were a source of wonder, skepticism, and devotion. The Catholic Church, after rigorous investigation, deemed his stigmata genuine, further cementing Padre Pio's status as a living saint. Beyond the physical manifestation of his faith, Padre Pio was renowned for his deep spiritual insight, prophetic abilities, and reports of bilocation. His counsel, often sought by many, was imbued with wisdom and compassion. He founded the Home for the Relief of Suffering, a hospital serving as a testament to his commitment to alleviating pain. His prophecies, particularly the foreboding prediction of the 3 days of darkness, have continued to resonate, drawing attention to his spiritual legacy and the profound impact he had on the world. Through his life's work, Padre Pio bridged the celestial and the earthly, leaving behind a legacy marked by miracles, a testament to his deep connection with the divine. His journey from a modest farm boy to a saint of the Catholic Church underscores a life lived in unwavering faith and service, making his prophecies, especially those concerning the future of humanity, a topic of enduring intrigue and solemn contemplation. The essence of the prophecy. Central to Padre Pio's ominous foresight is the prophecy of the 3 days of darkness, a period marked by overwhelming darkness enveloping the earth, devoid of any natural light. This apocalyptic vision foretells a time when the sun will refuse to shine, and darkness, both physical and spiritual, will descend upon the world. It is a time of testing, purification, and judgment, symbolizing the ultimate battle between good and evil. The prophecy suggests that this darkness will be accompanied by a series of natural disasters and supernatural phenomena, challenging the faith and resilience of humanity. Padre Pio's message was not just a warning of impending doom, but also a call to action. He urged the faithful to prepare, emphasizing the importance of spiritual readiness. The essence of this preparation lies in deepening one's faith, fostering a life of prayer, and staying vigilant. Padre Pio's call to prepare is multifaceted, encouraging individuals to fortify their spiritual lives while also making practical preparations for their physical well-being. It is a reminder that in times of crisis, spiritual resilience can provide a beacon of hope and a source of strength. On a spiritual level, Padre Pio advocated for a renewal of faith through prayer, penance, and participation in the sacraments. He specifically highlighted the power of the Rosary, urging the faithful to pray it daily as a shield against evil. The saint also emphasized the importance of repentance and conversion, encouraging believers to live in a state of grace, ready to face any challenge with faith. Physically, the prophecy advised practical measures to endure the 3 days. Padre Pio recommended keeping homes stocked with blessed candles, which would miraculously remain lit throughout the darkness, providing not only light, but also a symbol of hope and divine protection. He advised against venturing outside, suggesting that the faithful remain within the safety of their sanctified homes, surrounded by prayer and the presence of the sacred. This chapter on preparation underlines a dual approach, nurturing a robust spiritual foundation while attending to practical needs. Padre Pio's prophecy, while foreboding, carries a message of redemption and hope. It calls on humanity to reflect, repent, and ready themselves for trials, both seen and unseen. Through this preparation, the prophecy serves as a catalyst for spiritual growth and renewal, encouraging a deeper connection with the divine in anticipation of the challenges that lie ahead. Historical context and validation. The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness is not unique to Padre Pio. Throughout history, several mystics, saints, and religious figures have shared similar visions, painting a broader picture of this apocalyptic scenario. Notably, Blessed Anna Maria Taigi, a revered Catholic saint of the 19th century, prophesied a similar period of darkness, accompanied by natural calamities and divine interventions. Similarly, the 16th century prophet Nostradamus hinted at days of darkness in his cryptic quatrains, which many interpret as aligning with this theme. These recurring prophecies across different eras and figures suggest a shared vision that transcends individual experiences, lending a certain universality and gravity to the concept. The Catholic Church has approached these prophecies with cautious discernment, acknowledging the personal sanctity of the individuals involved while maintaining a distinction between private revelations and the public revelation contained in Scripture. The Church has canonized figures like Padre Pio, recognizing their holiness and contribution to the faith, yet it stops short of officially endorsing specific prophecies about future events. This careful balance allows the faithful to explore these messages as part of their spiritual reflection without equating them with dogma. The Church encourages a focus on the core messages of preparation, conversion, and trust in divine providence that underpin many of these prophecies. In the contemporary world, Padre Pio's prophecy of the 3 days of darkness has been subject to various interpretations, resonating with both believers and skeptics alike. For some, it is a literal prediction of future events, urging immediate spiritual and physical preparedness. Others view it metaphorically as a call to confront the darkness of sin, societal decay, and moral crises with the light of faith, hope, and charity. Modern environmental and geopolitical challenges have also led some to draw parallels between the prophecy and current events, seeing it as a forewarning of the consequences of human actions on the planet. This has sparked discussions on the relevance of ancient wisdom in addressing contemporary issues, emphasizing the timeless nature of spiritual truths in guiding humanity through periods of turmoil. The prophecy's enduring fascination can be attributed to its dual appeal to both fear and hope. It confronts individuals with the reality of their mortality and the unpredictability of the future, while also offering a pathway to redemption through faith and conversion. This blend of warning and promise encourages a reflective and proactive stance towards life, urging individuals to consider their spiritual state and their impact on the world around them. Analyzing the signs. The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness interweaves natural phenomena with supernatural beliefs, creating a tapestry that challenges the boundaries of human understanding. Historical records and modern science have documented celestial events like solar eclipses, volcanic eruptions, and massive storms that can indeed plunge areas into darkness. These natural occurrences often mirror the physical descriptions found in the prophecy. However, Padre Pio's vision extends beyond the natural, suggesting a supernatural dimension where divine intervention plays a crucial role. This blend prompts a reflection on the relationship between the physical world and spiritual realities, encouraging individuals to consider how supernatural interventions might manifest within the framework of natural laws. The prophecy, with its vivid imagery and dire warnings, has a profound psychological and societal impact. On an individual level, it can evoke a spectrum of responses, from fear and anxiety to hope and spiritual awakening. The thought of a world plunged into darkness, even temporarily, challenges people's sense of security and their assumptions about the continuity of daily life. Societally, such prophecies can influence cultural narratives, potentially leading to increased religiosity, changes in social behaviors, or even panic if interpreted as imminent threats. The impact is magnified by the human tendency to seek patterns and signs in times of uncertainty, making such prophecies powerful catalysts for reflection on collective values and directions. Navigating between skepticism and belief presents a delicate balance. Skepticism serves as a necessary tool for discernment, urging individuals to question and seek evidence before embracing claims of supernatural phenomena. It fosters a healthy critical stance towards the sources and interpretations of prophecies, ensuring that belief is grounded in reason and personal conviction rather than fear or coercion. On the other hand, belief in prophecies like the 3 days of darkness can enrich spiritual life, offering a framework for understanding human existence in relation to the divine. It can inspire actions aligned with spiritual values, such as compassion, charity, and a commitment to moral living. The balance between skepticism and belief is not a rejection of one in favor of the other, but a dynamic interplay that encourages growth. Skepticism without openness to belief can lead to cynicism, while belief without skepticism can result in gullibility. The challenge is to integrate both, allowing the mind's questioning nature to coexist with the heart's capacity for faith. This balance enables individuals to engage with prophecies in a way that deepens understanding, fosters resilience, and cultivates a sense of purpose and connection to the larger cosmic narrative. The role of faith and action. In the face of prophecies like the 3 days of darkness, faith and action intertwine to form a roadmap for both personal and collective spiritual resilience. On a personal level, engaging in daily prayer, meditation, and reflection becomes not just a ritual, but a profound means of connecting with the divine, seeking guidance, and fostering inner strength. Such practices allow individuals to cultivate a sense of peace and preparedness, regardless of external circumstances. Collectively, these actions take on a broader dimension. Community prayer gatherings, interfaith dialogues, and acts of service unite people across different backgrounds, promoting a shared sense of purpose and support. This collective spirituality becomes a powerful force for healing and hope, demonstrating how faith can transcend individual beliefs to foster a communal response to challenges. Community and support are vital in navigating the uncertainties forecasted by prophecies. They offer a network of care, encouragement, and practical help, reinforcing the notion that no one needs to face challenges in isolation. In the context of the 3 days of darkness, communities can organize workshops on spiritual and emergency preparedness, create plans for staying connected during times of crisis, and establish networks for sharing resources and information. Moreover, the support provided by a community extends beyond physical preparations. It encompasses emotional and spiritual support, offering spaces for sharing fears and hopes, engaging in communal prayer, and reinforcing the message that every individual is a valued member of the community. This sense of belonging and mutual care is a testament to the strength that can be drawn from collective faith and action. Preparing for a prophecy in the modern context requires a blend of spiritual readiness and practical action. Spiritually, individuals are called to deepen their faith through regular engagement with their religious or spiritual practices, seeking to live in a state of grace and moral integrity. This preparation involves a conscious effort to align one's life with spiritual principles, fostering a character that reflects compassion, honesty, and resilience. Practically, preparation takes into account the realities of modern life, recognizing the importance of being informed and ready for any emergency. This includes having basic supplies on hand, such as food, water, and medical kits, but also extends to understanding how to maintain communication with loved ones during times of widespread power outages or disruptions. Learning basic survival skills, staying informed about local emergency plans, and participating in community preparedness efforts are all practical steps that complement spiritual readiness. In a modern context, preparing also means being psychologically ready for the challenges that may come. This involves cultivating mental resilience through practices like mindfulness, stress management techniques, and fostering a positive mindset. By combining these spiritual, practical, and psychological preparations, individuals and communities can approach prophecies not with fear, but with a proactive stance that embraces hope, action, and a deep trust in the overarching goodness and protection of the divine. Beyond the prophecy. The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness is not an isolated phenomenon within the annals of religious and mystical predictions. Throughout history, various cultures and spiritual traditions have articulated visions of apocalyptic events, each carrying its own symbolic and eschatological significance. For instance, the biblical book of Revelation describes a series of cataclysmic events preceding the final judgment. Similarly, in Norse mythology, Ragnarok foretells a great battle leading to the death of gods and a rebirth of the world. The Hopi people speak of the blue kachina, a sign of profound world changes. These cases, like Padre Pio's prophecy, reflect a universal theme, the end of an era and the birth of a new phase of existence, emphasizing renewal, judgment, and transformation. Padre Pio's teachings and his life's example extend far beyond his prophecies. His messages of faith, hope, and charity constitute a comprehensive spiritual guide for living a life rooted in Christian virtues. Padre Pio emphasized the importance of the sacraments, particularly confession and the Eucharist, as means of grace and transformation. He advocated for the power of prayer, not just as a petition for personal needs, but as an act of intercession for the world. His commitment to the relief of suffering, demonstrated through the establishment of the Home for the Relief of Suffering, showcases his dedication to practical acts of love and mercy. Padre Pio's life reminds the faithful that true spirituality is not detached from the realities of the world, but is deeply engaged with alleviating its pains and injustices. The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness, alongside Padre Pio's broader teachings, invites profound reflection on the role of faith in humanity's journey and the future. These teachings challenge individuals and communities to examine their lives, urging a shift from a self-centered existence towards one marked by greater awareness of and compassion for others. They call for a re-evaluation of priorities, emphasizing spiritual values over material pursuits and advocating for a lifestyle that reflects stewardship of the earth and solidarity with the less fortunate. In a world often characterized by division and despair, the message of hope and transformation that underlies these prophecies and teachings is particularly resonant. It suggests that crises, whether spiritual, environmental, or societal, can serve as catalysts for profound personal and collective change. This perspective encourages a view of the future that is not fixed, but is open to the possibility of redemption and renewal. It asserts that humanity has the capacity to choose a path of growth and enlightenment, guided by principles of love, justice, and a deep reverence for the sacredness of life. The spiritual awakening, implications for the modern soul. In the shadow of prophecies like the 3 days of darkness, there lies a deeper, more universal call to spiritual awakening and inner transformation. This is not merely about bracing for a specific event, but about using the anticipation of such moments as catalysts for profound personal growth. In modern society, where materialism often overshadows spirituality, the prophecy serves as a stark reminder of the impermanence of the physical world and the enduring importance of the spiritual realm. The essence of this spiritual awakening lies in nurturing resilience and compassion within ourselves. Resilience, in this context, is the ability to face life's uncertainties with faith and courage, rather than fear and despair. It involves developing an inner strength that allows one to navigate the trials and tribulations of life with grace. Compassion extends this inner transformation outward, compelling us to act with kindness, understanding, and love towards others. The prophecy, therefore, can be seen as a call to elevate our consciousness, to move from self-centeredness to a more holistic view of our place in the world. The challenge and opportunity for the modern soul lie in integrating spirituality into the fabric of daily life. This means finding moments of contemplation and connection with the divine amid the hustle and bustle of everyday existence. It can be as simple as starting the day with a moment of gratitude, offering help to someone in need, or engaging in acts of self-care that honor the body as a temple of the spirit. It also means being mindful of our impact on the earth and its inhabitants, recognizing the interconnectedness of all life. In the journey towards spiritual awakening, The role of community cannot be overstated. Spiritual communities provide a space for shared learning, support, and growth. They allow individuals to explore their beliefs and questions in a supportive environment, encouraging dialogue and mutual encouragement. In the age of digital connectivity, these communities can transcend geographical boundaries, offering a global network of spiritual solidarity. Together, individuals can work towards a collective vision of a more compassionate, understanding, and spiritually awakened world. Finally, the prophecy invites us to reflect on the legacy we wish to leave behind. In contemplating the end of times, however metaphorically, we are prompted to consider what truly matters. It challenges us to live lives of purpose, contributing to the greater good and leaving the world a little brighter than we found it. This reflection on legacy is not about fear of judgment, but about the joy and fulfillment found in living according to higher principles and values. Embracing the mysteries, the intersection of faith and science. In an era where science and faith often seem at odds, the prophecies of figures like Padre Pio invite us to explore the intersection between these realms. The 3 days of darkness, a phenomenon shrouded in religious mystique, provides a unique lens through which to examine how faith and science can complement rather than contradict each other. This chapter delves into the quest for understanding that lies at the heart of both spiritual belief and scientific inquiry, suggesting that embracing the mysteries of our universe can enrich our pursuit of knowledge. From a scientific standpoint, phenomena that might be described in prophetic visions, such as periods of darkness, can often be explained through natural events like solar eclipses, volcanic eruptions, or severe meteorological conditions. Scientists study these occurrences to understand their causes, predict future events, and mitigate their impacts on society. However, the scientific method, based on observation, experimentation, and evidence, sometimes reaches the limits of what can be measured and proven, encountering mysteries that remain unexplained. Faith, in contrast, embraces the unseen and the unprovable, finding truth in personal experience, spiritual revelation, and sacred texts. It provides comfort and guidance in the face of life's uncertainties, including those that science cannot yet explain. Faith encourages a deeper exploration of the mysteries of existence, prompting questions about purpose, creation, and the afterlife. In the context of Padre Pio's prophecy, faith offers a framework for interpreting signs and preparing spiritually for whatever the future holds. The intersection of faith and science is not a battleground, but a fertile ground for exploration. By acknowledging the strengths and limitations of each approach, we can foster a more nuanced understanding of our world. For instance, scientific research into the psychological and social effects of religious beliefs and practices reveals their significant impact on human well-being, resilience, and community cohesion. Similarly, spiritual traditions often incorporate observations of the natural world, emphasizing humanity's interconnectedness with the environment and the cosmos. In modern life, integrating the mysteries that faith and science present means cultivating a sense of wonder and openness to diverse perspectives. It involves acknowledging that not all questions have immediate answers, and that uncertainty is a part of the human experience. This integration encourages a holistic view of knowledge, one that includes the empirical and the existential, the tangible and the transcendent. Promoting dialogue between faith and science can lead to new discoveries and insights. Collaborative efforts, such as the ethical exploration of scientific advancements and the spiritual examination of humanity's role in the universe, exemplify how these realms can inform and enrich each other. By embracing both faith and science, society can approach future challenges with a balanced perspective, grounded in a deep respect for the complexity and mystery of existence.